Hi, this is a video for Roy Brooks in South Carolina. I'm testing his computer. This is 5.7 alpha. I have it now running at 3,500 RPMs with 100% power. I cleaned the connector. It was full of oil. I cleaned the back of the board of the computer, which was really dirty, but I cannot really seem to find any issues. Just want to share with you. I got 4.5 milliseconds of injection, and that's based on the values that I'm giving the computer right now. I get this slide away here so it doesn't get the glare in the screen. As you can see, I got 100% power, 3,500 ish. I'm giving 152 Fahrenheit coolant temperature, 77 of manifold. I got it 32 pounds of oil pressure, which is your concern, and I can change that. Let me just get to that. So we got now 39, sorry, 31. I'm raising it. As you can see, I can put 50, 60, whatever pounds of pressure I want, and I can lower it as I please. And the computer is not complaining about that either. This is just a substituted value for the IAC. The 5-volt reference is connected. That's what these wires are here, and the harness that I made for your computer, for testing these computers. Yeah, so you can see that is your paperwork in there. As I said, you'll see your pictures. But I took the time to clean the back of the computer. It was just, too dirty, and the computer was full of oil on the connector, which maybe is your problem. I'm gonna keep the computer running for a little longer. I'm gonna lower the RPMs. So right now 622. Let me lower also the TPS because right now it's showing 70%. I put it around yeah, 50.5%. That's usually 600 RPMs. That changes from computer to computer and boat to boat. Let me just go over the codes. This is just the history. I erased the history of the computer to get a clean reading, even though I say the one was there. Let me just show you that I have PTOT and other faults that are not related because they're not connected, but I don't have the fuel level connector either. Connected. Everything else it is, and I usually leave that on just on purpose. Off on purpose to make sure the computer can read a code, and it is. Let me go over to your file. Let's see. Right here. This is the history when the computer came. What I usually do is I test or connect the computer without running just to see what is in the history. It looks like somebody erased the RPM history because it was only 1.8, let's say like 2.5 hours of running history as far as RPM. I can see that you got Guardian Strategy for almost 1500 seconds. Hopefully you guys are seeing that. The low oil pressure is just, it's also a strategy. So you got a problem with either the harness or the oil pressure sensor. I can help you with that in case you're having problems. I give you a little bit of a hint on where you can check. Neutral over speed, you probably were trying to keep it running. One thing I don't like, and I would recommend to fix the computer, is this. You got very high voltage, 15.2 volts of battery. The alternator is overcharging, and that's no good because it will damage the EEPROM. That will not give you the concern of the horn output as far as oil pressure, but it will damage and it can give you problems eventually on the computer. So I will call you, and I'm going to upload this video so you can see that Like I said, you got low oil pressure is tragedy. Even though Diacom doesn't show the oil pressure in here, I don't know why they don't do it. It's very limited hits. Even on the freeze frame data, you got oil PSI circuit low. That means it has to be shorted to power, or you're losing the fireboard reference. Sorry, shorted to ground, or you're losing the fireboard reference. But most of the times when you set up a code, the battery voltage when the engine is running is very high, because even on low, look, 581 RPMs, you get it 13 volts of battery, which is not bad out there. But this 15 is no good. 700 RPMs. I would like to see what is this, and 3,000 RPMs. I think the over the speed was, yeah, it's not even that high. Yeah, no, I cannot even take that, because it's the 600 RPMs and you got 15.2 volts. I don't think I have any high RPMs. I'm looking for this. This is a stall, 700 RPMs. I'm going a little quick, sorry for that. This is low RPM, 500. This is stall, 630, 640. Yeah, so it's no high RPM that I can go by in here. But the test that I am doing on the computer, you can see everything inside that connector was full of oil. That was the way it was looking, and I even cleaned it a little more because it was very filthy. I cleaned these areas. You can see right here was oil also trying to get inside the computer, even though the silicone was good, but that will eventually create an issue. That's the only pictures I got now. I don't see any problems with the injection or anything that can prove me otherwise. Let me put a couple of channels of what is this ground for? That's for another computer. I'm gonna put, I'd like to put the red channel. Sorry, I'm taking the time for this, but well, it's part of the testing just to see how the injection is looking. This is for your records and for my records as well. And turn on the oscilloscope. I was starting the last session, trying to go a little quick. I wasn't set up for injection. 2 channels. 2020. Gotta give it a little more time. Yeah, the injection looks good, and that will change if I change the RPM. You can see now we get more in the windows. That's just 2 channels. I am in there on bank 1 and bank 4. This computer uses 4 bank of injection, for the injectors, and they look good. So, like I said, I don't see nothing wrong with the computer as far as the oil pressure circuit, which is your problem. That is on the harness or in the sensor itself. But I will recommend to repair this computer based on that high voltage, because that's definitely going to corrupt the EEPROM and is going to give you a problem. So I'm going to give you a call. I'm going to upload this video and then I'll give you a call.